guys, we finished the install on the 2014 Toyota 4Runner Limited of the Sony XAV-AX7000 plug-and-play bundle, and Matt is here, the owner, and he's going to give us his initial reactions of the bundle now that it's all installed.
So I'm extremely impressed by this thing. It looks exactly like it's a part of the car. The whole entire dash unit. I was really worried, to be quite honest with you, because I wasn't sure if it was going to look like it was aftermarket.
Right.
But it looks like the car came off the assembly line this way.
Well, that's a good thing. I
Yeah.
mean, so that's one thing that I love about this, is that it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like my big thing, is like kind of period correct, in the sense that keep the vehicle looking as much like it's supposed to as possible while you make modifications.
Absolutely.
So you're an iPhone user.
Yes.
And as am I. And so the way that you had your setup was you had your phone in the cup holder. So basically you abandoned the native navigation in, let's say, 2015 or 2016, as soon as, you know, the maps became outdated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was using my phone for all of my navigation anywhere. I had this device that mounted into the cup holder.
Right.
That had my phone at you know, a reasonable setting for me to use while driving, but I was constantly having to put my face down there to get the Face ID recognized.
Right.
It would sometimes go through the speakers if I had Bluetooth connected, but sometimes it wouldn't. It was really, you know, it felt like it was an add-on to my car.
Right. And now it feels integrated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to drive around a little bit, and you got to experience the maintaining of steering wheel controls, such as volume, you know, skipping through songs, etc., which is fantastic. Also Siri, which is a big one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made it so much easier being able to, and to be honest with you, I didn't use my steering wheel controls a whole lot because I was doing most of everything through my phone.
Oh, right.
Unless it was the volume.
Right.
So being able to use my steering wheel controls and keep my eyes on the road,
huge,
makes a big difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then of course we haven't even talked about Apple CarPlay yet. So you're an Apple guy. You've been using your phone, essentially the same functionality, and like a landscape view on your phone tucked in this cup holder, and now it's all on your screen.
It's all on the screen.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. I have an iPhone, obviously, an iPad, a MacBook Pro, and the only thing was missing was the car.
Right.
Now I have it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all intuitive. It's the icons that you've been staring at for years, and they're now, you know, all on your head unit, which is great. And you didn't have to go out and buy a 2020 or 2021 4Runner in order to accomplish that.
Absolutely.
Which is great. So while we're showing you Apple CarPlay, you know, we're showing Apple CarPlay today, the same rings true for Android users. They have access to all of their native apps that they, you know, experience on their phone, all in this. So it's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay ready, which is great.
Absolutely. I was excited that I could use my Google Maps on an Apple CarPlay type of device as well, because I like to use Google Maps sometimes more than I do the Apple app. Yeah,
Maps. And Waze too, you know, is applicable on here. A lot of people love that because for speed traps and things like that, Waze picks that stuff up. Let's go ahead and start it up, and see it kind of live. All right, so Sony pops up here pretty quick, which is great because it doesn't take a long time to fire up, and we can just click close. And here, because we have Matt's phone plugged in, it goes right to the Apple CarPlay screen, which is awesome. You have access, like we said, from the home screen. You can get your messages, phone, you know, if you want to actually, if you're pulled over and you even want to get to an old-fashioned keypad, you can do that as well. You can check your voicemails. You're a voicemail clearer. That's good. Contacts, your recents, and then obviously favorites if you set those up. Obviously we've gone over navigation there. The other cool thing is that Apple users have access to Google Maps and Waze. So if you downloaded Waze to your phone, you would have that as well. We have Pandora here. So because this is a limited, you had a couple things integrated that weren't integrated in the SR5 that we did. One was a rear backup camera, and two, you're a Sirius user, so we integrated that as well. So let's just, you know, throw it in reverse, and we can just show people how this goes into how it integrates the rear back. So it's a nice big screen. So this screen is bigger than you had before. So it's a bigger backup camera.
Absolutely.
which is cool.
It adds a couple more grid patterns that I didn't have before, including the one down the middle, and then the I guess those would be the caution zones.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Right on. So you're a Sirius XM user, so we've got that integrated with the bundle as well. And an easy way to access it while you're driving is, you know, it maintains your steering wheel control. So you just hit the mode button and you kind of toggle through until you get to Sirius XM right there. And then, yeah, man, you got all your settings here that you've, your favorite stations that you've put in. So you have access there as well, which is cool.
Oh, I can cycle through the presets by hitting right and left, and I can cycle through the actual channels by hitting up and down. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a good job of sort of integrating everything together for the purpose of, you know, keeping the eyes on the road. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto do a good job of doing that all together. So I really appreciate you doing this sort of wrap up here, because I think it's important for people out in the field that, you know, are going to potentially be doing this themselves, that they get, you know, your view of how everything went, how it looks, pre-installation, post-installation, you know, because really the experience that you have with it is super important, but obviously the installation process and knowing that it's not super difficult and a lot of it's, you know, really done for you in advance is great.
Absolutely. Thanks to Trailgrid Pro for putting this package together. You really, it seems like it's going to be a pretty intensive job just to replace this out, but you guys made it so easy.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate that.